Evolutionary psychology is a fantastic tool, a fantastic resource to understand human nature. Evolutionary psychology is the study of how our instincts evolved in our ancient past and how our instincts drive our behaviors today. And our instincts are non-negotiable. Our instincts drive our desires, and our desires are non-negotiable. Imagine if you could choose your desires. Imagine how fantastic that would be. You could choose to desire eating boiled chicken breast and broccoli. You could choose to desire getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and going on a 5-mile run. But we can't choose our desires. Our desires drive our behaviors. Our instincts drive our behaviors, and they are mostly unconscious. Carl Jung famously said that unless you make the unconscious conscious, it will drive your life and you will call it fate. A more updated version could be, unless you understand your instincts, they will drive your life and you will be frustrated. And so evolutionary psychology allows us to understand our own instincts, gives you the power to manage your own instincts so you can create a much better life. It also gives you a window into other people's behavior, why they do certain things. And if you understand the driving force behind other people's behavior, you can easily use your language to get them to do whatever you want. This is like having a cheat code into human behavior, into other people's human behavior. Unfortunately, the way evolutionary psychology is presented online is almost as if it's a justification for a lack of success. This is because a lot of people today have this idea of the way they think the world should be, and they base their expectations of success on this way they think the world should be. Then they realize the way the world really is, and that's a huge difference, and that causes a frustration. In fact, in Buddhism, they say that all your pain, all human pain, is because of having an incorrect expectation of the way the world is, and then finding out the way the world really is compared to the way you think it should be. And it's because of this difference, people have a lot of frustration. But if you simply release the way you think the world should be, if you release the way you think the world, the way you wish the world was, and accept the way the world is, accept human nature, accept female nature, accept male nature, this can give you a fantastic opportunity to persuade people, to seduce people, to operate within the world to get what you want. After all, if human nature was different than what it is, we would not have evolved. If female nature was different than what it is, we would not have evolved. We would still be in the trees throwing poo at each other. So embrace human nature, embrace female nature, accept and appreciate human nature, and use human nature as a baseline to figure out how to operate within human nature to get people to do what you want, to talk to people in a way that will motivate their instincts, knowing that they cannot ignore their instincts. They cannot ignore their desires that are driven by their instincts. When you talk to people, seeing as how they are made up of instincts that drive their behavior, it's very, very easy to get them to do what you want. Sadly, most people will never realize now how easy it is to use your persuasive language patterns, to speak directly to people's instincts. You can either speak directly to their instincts or simply talk to them with an understanding of human nature that they cannot escape from, that is non-negotiable. Because you understand this more than most, because you are uniquely qualified to understand this more than most, you can use these tools to get whatever you want in life. There are few things in life that are as programmable as human nature, and marketers and advertisers have known about this for years, which means you can do this also on a conversational level. The more you understand human nature, the more you can calibrate your language to motivate people on an instinctive level. And this will lead to fantastic opportunities. This will lead to being completely at peace with the world. And it's not just about seducing any girl you want to. It's not just about making an easy 6-figure income by getting people to buy things because you can understand their instincts. It's about accepting the world for the way it is and being completely frustration-free and anxiety-free. One of the few people who understand the red pill, and not as a lack of success, not as a justification for a lack of success, but as a cheat code into life. And once you really start to understand that appreciating human nature opens the door to a cheat code into life, it's just a matter of learning how to use conversational hypnosis to get people to do what you want, to lead their instincts where you want them to go. And because they are driven by their instincts, that is driven by your language, they will always believe it is their idea. This is a fantastic opportunity, a fantastic window. So please ditch any ideas about how you think the world should be and embrace the way the world is. Embrace human nature. Leverage human nature. Use your hypnotic language patterns to leverage human nature to get whatever you want. It's a fantastic way to operate. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. If you'd like to learn more about how to leverage human nature, check out the links below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.